Welcome back to another video. So the video is obviously titled "You Hurt Now and They Hurt Later," and this is really just understanding the loss that you need to make your ex feel, because I know right now you feel a major loss, and of course, you know, every moment that goes by, you're probably thinking of them. You're thinking of the relationship. You're thinking of all the plans. What about the plans we had, right? I hear that all the time during calls and text sessions. Speaking of that, if you want one of those, it goes right to this phone, okay? I have a specific phone literally for phone calls and coaching and stuff like that, and all that's in the description box below. So you hurt now, they hurt later, and this is very difficult for most people because you weren't expecting it. So this is point number one. You were not expecting the relationship to come to an end randomly. And when something like that is just stripped from you, taken from you, it hurts a lot more. And the breakup is almost amplified or magnified. Like the loss is magnified and amplified. And because of that strange power that it has over you, the loss being as powerful as it is, it sends you into a frenzy. And they have been thinking about the breakup for several weeks, maybe even several months. So because of that, you are going to act very different compared to them. They are giving you up. They are voluntarily saying, you know, I don't need this anymore in my life. And look at the stark contrast between something that was just taken from you. If I were to take your phone from you, right? Say this was your phone, okay? Right? If this is your phone and I take it from you, which is obviously stupid, but bad example, but let's use this. And then you say you gave this exact phone to somebody else. Look at the difference, right? Say you're selling the phone, or say you just give it to someone. You're like, I don't need this anymore. Look at the difference, right? You weren't ready to give your phone up if someone takes it from you. But if you just give it up, you're like, whatever, And that's the point that I want you to understand. So all of that is point number one. They were willing to give you up, and to you, the relationship was just taken away by them. So you're obviously looking to them to fix it, which is actually not how you want to do this. So let's go into point number two. When you lose, sorry, that's not it. I have notes in front of me. The second point is your ex knows that they can get you back right now. They know that if they text you or call you or DM you, like your pictures, they know that it's going to throw you into a frenzy, and they're very certain about you. Quick story. I was going out with a girl in my early 20s, and I broke up with her. I wanted to party. I wanted to have fun. Again, early 20s. Think about that, right? It's very much like I wasn't ready to settle down and be very serious about my life at the time. And since I went and did that, since I went through that, I remember now looking back at it, especially because I was in a relationship before that one for 3.5, almost 4 years. So I remember going through this long relationship, and her and I broke up, hurt me a lot. Then I got into another one right after. So I was like, oh my God. And this is the one I was talking about just now, the story time. It's like, I wanted to break from just being with somebody, and I wanted to be single and have a good time and party and have a good time again. So what she did to me, and this is the most important part right here, guys, she did no contact to me. This girl had a very healthy self-esteem, good parents to a degree. They did divorce, but it wasn't like a crazy impact. They divorced, and everyone kind of moved on. It was good. Everyone's got a good relationship with each other. It wasn't toxic. It was good. They just realized they didn't want to be together anymore. So she had a very good self-esteem, wasn't bothered by most things that people are bothered by. She's very, very secure in herself. At the time, I was not. I had to work on myself a lot because I had a lot of trauma that I went through. So she did no contact to me and did it very well. And I remember it took me probably 2 months to reach back out, but I ended up reaching back out. Now, actually, to be fair and to be honest, she, like, we talked a little bit here and there, but when we talked, she was cold. She was very like, what do you want? Oh, okay, cool. Awesome. This is still at my place. She was almost pushing me out the door. So it gave me uncertainty about being able to get her back right away. Right. And I didn't care at the time because I was giving her up, like the phone analogy. Right. So that's the difference. And it brought me back around and we got back together and ended up still breaking up anyway. But the point is if she were to be begging, chasing, and trying to reason with me, then what would have happened is I would have been certain and most likely pushed either went out with a different girl, number one, or instead of being drawn back to her because she was acting so attractive, I would have probably just pushed the breakup in the relationship, the breakup to go on and just never gotten back together. Or maybe instead of 2 months, it would have been 8 months or 6 months, 10 months, right? Whatever. So what I'm trying to tell you is you have to mess with their certainty. So point number 2 is messing with their certainty about you, about the relationship and how, if and when they can get back together with you. When you mess with that, I call it throwing a wrench in their plans. They plan on being single for a little while. They don't actually know how long. They don't know if it's going to be 3 months. They don't know if it's going to be 6 months. They don't know if it's going to be a year. But they plan on just being chill like I was. And then they'll see and evaluate. That's why they always tell you, let's be friends now for a little while. I don't know what the future holds, but don't wait for me. They all say the same thing. And that's what low attraction and low interest looks like. When they don't want to be together, the interest is low, the attraction is low, so they don't care right now anyway, right? So point number 3 is inserting doubt, wonder, and uncertainty into their mind. This is why and how no contact works. No contact throws that certainty out the window not right away, because right away you're feeling the pain. They feel it later. That's why this is titled You Hurt Now, They Hurt Later. Because once they get to the point where they're uncertain they can have you, I feel a sneeze coming at some point. It's there. But once they feel that certainty go away, oftentimes what they do to try to get that certainty back is text you or like a picture, try to get you, it's bait, right? They try to get you to do or say something that gives them that power back. And when you act indifferent, relaxed, chill, I say this to my clients all the time, especially the older ones who actually know who James Bond is. I actually talked to a guy the other day who didn't know who the fuck James Bond was, and it threw me off. I was like, really? But the movies don't get made like they used to, right? So the point is, you have to act cool. Be cool. Be certain about you. That's why doing this self-work is so important. When you're certain about you and you're certain about what your life is supposed to look like and be like and feel like, and you have a grand vision and you have hobbies and goals and things you love about your individual life, when you're so certain about that and you fall back into that mode and you fall back into being the best you, quote unquote, it sounds all corny and shit, but that's true. Because once you take them off the pedestal, things will change. So when that doubt hits them later on, they'll again try to bait you. So in the same point, when that bait doesn't work is when they finally get to stage number 2, which is curiosity. When they feel that it's not working, they're not certain, curiosity hits. So there's 3 stages to a breakup or no contact, which is relief. So they're relieved. The second stage is curiosity. So now they're curious about you again, which creates wonder, which drives attraction back up. Okay. So that doubt will hit them when you're dealing with the pain and frustration now, but they get hit with it later. And then you get to decide, I want to engage here? Do I want to push forward or pull back? Just like I got to choose, like when I got dumped All my exes tried coming back. So the girl I broke up with, she broke up with me again and tried coming back. So she broke up with me and she tried coming back. Then my first girlfriend broke up with me, tried coming back. And my third, same thing. So the point is, guys, if you do no contact, it gives them the feeling they will become uncertain about you. They will come around to you. Not always, of course. There's always that person in the comments. Not always. No kidding, obviously. I want them, and you want them to feel this loss. So they begin to test their certainty about you, again, through liking pictures and maybe stalking your profile, and maybe you hear through the grapevine, maybe through a friend, that they've been asking about you. Regardless, what you want from them is you want them to engage in a conversation with you. Okay? So if you want help with your situation and you want me to look at it, I have text coaching, I have phone calls. Take a look in the description box below you, because this is on YouTube. And take a look and you can see the options. And I want you to get the book Letting Go by David Hawkins. That's in there as well. That book helps you with emotions and understanding how all that stuff works, and the chart of emotions. And it's super important. So guys, if you need help, let me know. But this is what turns it all around. See you in the next video. It should be up on your screen somewhere. And if you need help, I'm here. And if you have any questions, post them in the comment section down below. I do want to start answering some questions, but people's stories are so long. So, if you guys have quick questions, like anything, like I've been doing no contact for 60 days and they reached out and they said this, what do I say? I'll try to answer some of those for free. Okay. But if you guys really need my help right away, again, description box is where it's at. Done.